Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers coach Darvin Ham responds to Anthony Davis's shade about his coaching. Los Angeles Lakers coach Darvin Ham dismissed Anthony Davis's disparaging post-game comment about his coaching as an offshoot of their frustrations following their heartbreaking 101-99 loss in Game 2. Sometimes the plays don't turn out the way you think they should, Ham told reporters when asked about Davis's post-game comments. Frustration set in a little bit. But I don't think it's because us not being organized. We, the Lakers, coaching staff, pride ourselves on being highly efficient and organized. I just thought he was just being frustrated. It was an emotional game the way it ended. We agree to disagree on that one. The Lakers coughed up a 20-point lead in the second half as they went away from what worked in the first half, milking the Anthony Davis-Nikola Jokic mismatch on ball screens. Davis feasted on Jokic in the post in the first half with 24 points on 11 of 12 shooting from the field. But in the fourth quarter, Davis only had one attempt, which he missed, across 10 minutes of playing time. We have stretches where we just don't know what we're doing on both ends of the floor, Davis told reporters after the loss. Those are the ones that cost us. So we got 2 days to get it right and come ready to win Game 3. Seven-time NBA champion and former Lakers player Robert Horry shared Davis's sentiments and singled out the momentum killer that hastened their collapse. LeBron James is 39 years old. Yes, he's one of the best players ever to play this game, but he had no advantage Monday night. That isolation play at the top got them in trouble. You know why? Denver was able to rest on the defensive end. They sat there and waited on LeBron to make his move and then they went in. I love LeBron to death, but to me, that's not winning basketball. James scored 12 of his 26 points in the fourth quarter. The Lakers only had 2 assists in the decisive final quarter, courtesy of James, as the ball stopped moving. Davis was cooking, but then you go away from that and to me, you got to understand it ain't about me, Horry said. It's about we in the playoffs and you got to go to the advantage and, Davis, in the second half, who had the advantage throughout the first half, we totally forgot about him. The loss was a bitter pill to swallow, especially for D'Angelo Russell, who scored 23 points spiked by a playoff career-high 7 three-pointers. The Lakers guard ripped the game officials for overturning a foul called on Michael Porter Jr. late in the third quarter for smacking the Lakers guard on the face on his way for a layup. After review, the officials led by crew chief Scott Foster rescinded the foul as they deemed Porter's contact as marginal at best. That's foul, Russell posted on X, formerly Twitter, shortly after the game. We all saw it on national television. James also did not hide his dissatisfaction about the overturned call, which came back to haunt the Lakers in the end as they lost by only 2 points. I don't understand what's going on in the replay center, to be honest, James told reporters during his post-game presser. D'Lo clearly gets hit in the face on a drive. What the expletive do we have a replay center for if it's going to go like that? It doesn't make sense to me. It bothers me. And then I just saw what happened with the Sixers-Knicks game too. Like, what are we doing? It's expletive, stupid. Austin Reeves says Lakers can't dwell on what's happened after Game 2 loss to Nuggets. The Lakers' Game 2 loss versus the Denver Nuggets was their second largest blown lead in a playoff game since 1997. Despite the devastation of the defeat, Austin Reeves insisted it was no bigger than any other playoff loss. To me, a loss is a loss, Reeves said after Game 2. Obviously, giving up a 20-point lead in the third quarter is frustrating but, at the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact that we lost. We're down 0-2 and we're going back to LA to try to protect our home court to try to tie this up at 2-2. You can't really, at this point, dwell on what's happened. You have to move past it and buckle down and figure out what you can do to, like I said, sustain those leads we've been able to get a hold of. The consensus among other Lakers players and the staff has been focusing on controlling what they can control. Darvin Ham discussed the team finishing games better and the Lakers immediately turning their focus to Game 3. The physical recovery from 2 road games in Denver's high-altitude environment is known. The mental recovery after 2 crushing defeats that are part of a 10-game losing streak to a team is not. Luckily, the Lakers have an extra day of rest between games, so they can practice and tighten up the mental and physical aspects of the game. These losses are frustrating, but this series isn't over. It's not the first to 2, it's the first to 4. If the Lakers can protect their home court, they can not only even the series this weekend but they can ensure theirs, at minimum, a Game 6 in LA. This was always going to be a tough battle, given the Lakers' history with these Nuggets. Dropping games you should have won only makes it more difficult. However, LeBron James-led teams have pulled off the improbable before, like coming back down 3-1 in a series. So, why can't these Lakers surprise us and make a series out of this? Mark Jackson explains Darvin Ham's mistakes in loss to the Nuggets. Former NBA head coach and commentator Mark Jackson analyzed the Lakers' Game 2 loss to the Denver Nuggets, identifying the rotational errors that Darvin Ham made as the Lakers blew a 20-point lead. Jackson criticized the decision to match Anthony Davis's minutes with Nikola Jokic's in the fourth quarter. I would have started the fourth quarter with Anthony Davis in the game. I'm not playing around. I know the Joker needs a breather, you take him out. I'm not biting my team, I'm looking to put you away and tie this series up. I think they tried to steal minutes by giving AD a breather, putting him back in, and then giving LeBron a breather. No. Let's win this basketball game and give this championship team the respect they earned and deserved. Jackson went off on their use of D'Angelo Russell, criticizing the long periods he spent on the bench. They even gave D'Angelo Russell a long breather. I love the defense played by the supporting cast, but I need the offense to continue to execute. So when LeBron James is not running pick and roll with Anthony Davis, I want D'Angelo Russell on the court and I want him to be in the P&R with Anthony Davis or LeBron James. But I want him on the floor. Jackson wants more faith to be shown in Russell, even when he's making bad plays because of his quality as compared to the other Lakers guards. I'm not gonna overreact when D'Lo turns it over with a careless pass. I'm going to pull him to the side, I'm going to chastise him like grown folks do, tell him we need him to better, we need him to execute, and I'm going to send him back out. I'm not gonna leave him on the bench because he's too valuable on the offensive end of the floor. Jackson is making comments directed at the decision-making of Darvin Ham without openly criticizing it. Many fingers are being pointed at Ham as the Lakers stared down the barrel of a possible back-to-back sweep elimination at the hands of the Nuggets. Darvin Ham's use of D'Angelo Russell has split opinions throughout the season, but Jackson is right. Russell is best used alongside either LeBron or Davis, so the team should prioritize ensuring he shares the court with one, if not both of them. He put up 23 points in the Game 2 loss, breaking a streak of cold performances against Denver. The Lakers have been scrambling their heads looking for ways to beat Nikola Jokic. Rui Hachimura openly admitted after Game 1 that the Nuggets know the Lakers far too well for this to be an easy matchup. They watch us a lot. We've played them so many times in the last year, they know what we exactly do. We've got to do well as a team defense, they don't give us many options. I think we gotta play together more, I got to be more active, sharing the ball, and all that. I think that's going to help us this year. Head coach Darvin Ham has openly talked about the team not knowing how to stop Nikola Jokic from having such a profound impact on proceedings as well. There are structural and tactical changes the Lakers could make to improve performance, but it's hard to say that Nuggets coach Michael Malone won't respond emphatically. The onus of this series loss might fall squarely on Ham given the strong performances from the likes of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Unless something changes in Game 3, the Nuggets are headed for another one-sided series win over the Lakers. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Mark Jackson? Leave your opinion in the comments.